Good morning and welcome back to Wavra Farms. It is a lovely day, a little bit overcast, which is perfect in the mornings as we're trying to buzz around and get things watered. And, this year Andrew and I were talking and we really have not talked about azaleas yet this year. So I thought we'd just do a quick video on the couple different types of azaleas that you see at most garden centers or in most gardens that maybe you tour. So the first one that I want to talk about is our traditional one. These are the old style azaleas. They like part sun. They go about 3 to 4 foot tall and wide. They are evergreen, so they're going to keep their leaves. And so then after the leaves are on, then they are just kind of starting to flush, and they come in a variety of colors. Sometimes they're shorn into like a circular shape, or they're used as a hedge. It's what you often see in a lot of people's yards. The other type of azalea that you often see is called the Exbury azalea. And it kind of looks like this. The difference between an Exbury, E-X-B-U-R-Y, azalea, is that it is deciduous. So that means it's not going to be all leafed out. It's going to be bare sticks in the wintertime. The buds come on, they start pushing, and then after the buds set and start growing, then the leaves start to come out. That's why we still see such naked stems on this Exbury azalea. The other nice thing about an Exbury azalea is that it will take a little bit more sun than your traditional azaleas. So this one can be planted in full sun. It is going to get larger though, so make sure that you have a bigger space. So about 4 to 6 foot tall and wide, and they come in great colors like the yellow, a really dark yellow. They come in some bright oranges. So you get a color scheme that you normally do not see with your traditional azaleas. The other nice thing about these is that they have a fragrance. So they've got a really sweet fragrance, and the flowers are larger. So I often tell people they look like little small rhododendron blooms on the top of these sticks. So smaller than a rhodie, but larger than the traditional azalea bloom. So nice little blooms. Anyways, so that's kind of the difference between the Exbury and your traditional azalea. Now, last year we started growing some of the proven winter plants, and we fell in love with Perfecto Mundo. And so Perfecto Mundo, and this one looks like it's actually tagged wrong. So this looks like it's a light pink after I'm sitting here reading the tag. But it is an azalea that blooms 3 times in a season. So it's got a nice growth pattern to it. It's evergreen as well. It's going to go about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. And then it's going to bloom in the spring. So now it's going to bloom midsummer, and then again in the fall. It takes more sun. So this little azalea is going to go full sun to part shade. Now last year I planted some really gorgeous white ones over at the house. I put them in a spot that only gets morning sun until about 1 o'clock. So morning, midday sun, because I'm used to our traditional azaleas. So I missed the summer bloom cycle. I didn't have enough light to push that mid-season bloom. So in my yard, mine only bloomed in the spring and then again in the fall. If you purchased some of these last year from us, and that's kind of what yours did, and you only got the 2 seasons, that could be part of the reason. They do take a little bit more sun. So they are absolutely lovely. They look great all year, and it's more bang for your buck, more bloom season. So they do come in this really pretty purple, and they also come in this red color as well. So those are just kind of a fun new thing. Perfecto Mundos. Now, of course, when planting, you always want to make sure that you use your biotone starter fertilizer. This helps with root development, and it really gives these plants the push that they need. It doesn't matter if your soil is clay-like, if you feel like you have a problem area. This really helps to neutralize soil and to get these roots really growing. After about a month of these in the ground, then you're going to want to hit them with the Azalea tone fertilizer. If you have existing azaleas in your yard, now is the time to fertilize. You want to make sure that they have enough oomph to get them through our hot summer months. And this azalea tone can be used on any other acid-loving plant in your garden. So it's a really easy thing to go around. This one is applied at the top. So it's just a sprinkle around like the drip line. And that's really all you need to do. So whether you're looking for an evergreen for a shady spot, something that will take a little more sun with longer bloom season, or something with some fragrance that will attract the pollinators and give you a unique garden plant for your yard. Come check us out at Wavra. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.